going on right now. So, hey, my name is Nate Perry, and welcome to the Don Strauss Animal Science Education Center here at HU. And I did yell at the soccer team because the men's team right now is having practice. So this facility, in case you're wondering, is right next to the intramural field here at HU. The Plex is to the west, and then if you listen, you hear cars and traffic. So we're right along 24, which is going to be a great billboard for us here with the agricultural department. So I know Dr. Coffey's been doing some tours with the hub, and he has to steal people's hammers and hats and things like that. I have my own, Dr. Coffey, and don't steal it. I'm watching you. All right, come on in. But first, make sure you have your student ID card, because in order to enter the building, you will have to have particular access that your student ID card will get you into the door. So you good? Okay, come on in. You're authorized to be in here. We're at a 10,000 square foot facility, and we're going to show off the people portion first, which is about 4,000 square feet. So again, 10,000 square feet, 4,000 for the people, 6,000 for the animals. A little bit bigger animals, they get more space, I guess. The first, and gosh, if you've seen any of these videos, you see, wow, there's actually walls up. You don't have to actually imagine what these would look like. The first space we come to is the office. There's a lot of dibs on who's going to get to be in here. Faculty, staff, some student workers, they're all vying for a particular space in this great facility. Next is the storage closet. People call this the Nate Perry storage closet. University relations and admissions, they are so tired of my stuff, the ag stuff, being inside their closet. They want us to have our own space. So this is the first portion. When we have events and we go to different high schools to do recruiting, we'll have access to some of those kinds of things. Swag items, ag swag is what they call them. So t-shirts and jackets and hats, a lot of that will be in there. Keep walking with me. This is the clean restroom. Not that both of them won't be clean, but this will be more for folks that aren't out in the barn space. This will be a clean restroom. Next to that is a mop closet. Because the floor here is not going to be tile, it's not going to be wood, it's not going to be carpet, it's going to be finished concrete. And in order to keep things looking spick and span, we need to make sure we had a really big mop closet. So that is where the mop closet is located. If you walk this direction towards the classroom and kind of look down the hallway here and envision this again, there'll be a printer station. There'll be some technology that will be here. We're not that far away from campus, but if students forgot to print that paper for animal physiology and they need to print it, they can do so here on site. And then there'll be another couple security checkpoints. Again, your ID card will come in handy to be able to let you into the pens where the animals are. There'll be boot lockers for your coveralls and for your boots, as well as a shower in case you get a little dirty during the day, and then also another bathroom that students will be able to use as they come in and out of that barn space. We're trying to keep stuff where the animals are in the animal space and keep, obviously, the people side a little bit cleaner. All right, come on into the double doors of the classroom, and welcome to our 1,400 square foot classroom. Now, if you're like me, you're like, I don't know how big 1,400 square feet is. I'm here, I get to visualize it, but if you've been in the science hall, it's roughly one of the kind of middle-sized classrooms in the science hall, the Dowden Science Hall that we have, and really that's how we've modeled this space. Again, it'll be a finished concrete. The tables and chairs will all be modular so that they can be moved around and reconfigured based on the class that we're teaching. Or maybe that special group that comes in to visit and they have a board meeting while they're here. Yes, we want to really make this a community space as well. They can't get to the animals, but they can have some fun and talk about very important things here in the classroom. You'll see windows, and we'll step outside here in a second and show you the pond. Envision over here a whiteboard, a giant dry erase board where we can talk about all kinds of different things that's going on with animals' nutrition and their health. There'll be cabinets and a sink over here as well. Pretty important though. Come with me. I'll show you the windows that are part of this space, which I don't know if this is more for the people or for the animals, but this is one of 5 windows that will overlook our flexible pen space for our animals. And we'll go out there in a second and kind of look back this direction, but this is really an opportunity for students to be able to observe animals from here in the classroom without actually stepping into the animal space. Or if we have guests, again, back to those community groups, maybe even the elementary school kids. If we're going to take over by Kidpocalypse and all the 3rd graders show up again, and we don't necessarily want them out with the animals, we'll have a space where they can come up here to the windows and actually look out at the pens and what animals might be out there at that time. So again, a really neat opportunity for us to interact with the animals, but not actually be in the pens with them. So this is an IT closet. That's information and technology, in case any of you were wondering. So we'll have all kinds of our own technology just for the space since we're a little bit away from campus. We'll have all the Wi-Fi capabilities that we would have, just like our students would experience if they were back on campus as well. And again, that's that space. I'm hoping that there's a gaming unit in there, because I kind of like games, video games. So I'm hoping, fingers are crossed. We do have a flat panel TV on carts that will be in here. So again, we have technology, but we're not taking up space with projectors and overhead screens. Come on out to the porch. And Dr. Emerton has said that just maybe we'll have a grill out here, and maybe we can have picnic tables. In fact, some of our students have already built some picnic tables as part of our construction maintenance class. And we'll have picnic tables out here and that very important grill, and fry up some hamburgers. If you come join us, we'd love to have you spend time out here. We can look over the pond, and we can tell stories, fish stories about the one that got away, but we're pretty excited about the opportunity that our students will have right here at the Don Strauss Animal Science Education Center. Sometimes people wonder, Nate, what are you going to do with some of the things that animals leave behind? So we're going to have a compost shed over here. So this will be a compost utility shed. When we go to clean out the barn, we'll put those things that the animals left behind, we'll put those in that barn and allow that to compost before we go and put that on some of our other fields. Hey, we're outside the space, and I need to tell you something special about this facility. It's unlike any other on campus, and not just because it's going to house animals, but because it has solar panels. Behind me, on the roof line facing to the south, we'll have solar panels on both ends. And as we talk to some of our advisors, and really concerned about some of our sustainability and reducing our footprint with this space, they suggested we should look into this opportunity. And we're so excited that we did. We received a grant to actually attach these solar panels, and it's really enough to power this facility, but anything we don't use will be applied right back to the grid, and we'll receive some credits. So again, it's really an opportunity for us to reduce our footprint and give back to the community in any way that we can. Let's go inside and check out the flexible pen space. Follow me. Well, hey there! I can't wait for the electricity to be out here and for these things to be on overhead door openers. Pulling that rope, it's going to get old after a while. Hey, come on into the flexible pen space here at the Don Strauss Animal Science Education Center. And you remember, earlier we were on this side of the windows in the classroom looking out to the flexible pen space where the animals are going to be. And now this kind of gives you a viewpoint of what the animals are going to see. Dr. Coffee, don't come out here and make funny faces at the animals. They will not like that. There's enough room here that we can run wheelbarrows and other elements around to the pens. If you look on the ground, you'll see these different little spots. And this is really what makes this space pretty unique. So we have this handy dandy little wrench deal that will thread these out, and these have little caps on them. And sunk down to the ground is some PVC pipe, and we have custom posts that are being made that are going to configure our pins. And we can have these in 8x8 sections, or 8x16, or 8x32, anything divisible by 8. We can have these for the different species of animals that we have. And again, we can reconfigure this. It's a little bit like the black box theater for animals. We can configure this based on whatever we need to, based on what animals and species are here at that given time. If you look over here, another unique element are our enclosed animal pens. And they're still under construction, as you can see. The overhead doors aren't installed yet. If you listen, I heard some chickens. And I think I also heard some piggies. So our plan is to have some hogs and chickens over here. I'm thinking about breakfast already. The dining commons, we're hoping that maybe just one day there'll be a Forester Farms omelet bar. So if you're looking for some fresh eggs, you have to come help us pick them. But we're going to have some of those animals here. Other people ask me, what kinds of other animals will be in this space? Well, again, based on whatever classes are being taught, we'll be able to rotate animals in and out of here. So there'll probably be some cow-calf pairs. There may also be some veal calves. There may be some sheep. So I know there's a lot of people that are interested. Mr. Peters, if you're watching, I know you want some sheep in here. Only if you come help shear those sheep. This overhead door leads to our pasture space. And again, it's about 6 acres that sits out there. Enough room for animals to go get some fresh sunlight, get some grass, but then obviously we'll keep the animals in here overnight since 24 is so close. I don't want a phone call that one of the animals got loose. And over here, this is our isolation quarantine pen. This is a space if we have an animal that happens to be sick or get sick while they're in here, we can have them stay overnight there. If we bring an animal off the farm, and they're not yet used to our herd, we would let them stay all night there before we bring them into the rest of the space. If you look around, this will be completely enclosed, so kind of envision this will all be a bright white, and then our enclosed pens are all going to be, and this won't surprise you, forest or green. Now the one thing we don't know is where our basketball hoop's going to go. So that's a very important part of Indiana farming, is you have to have a basketball hoop. So somewhere in here we're going to have a hoop. Rumor is Coach Platt may be the first one to take a jump shot here at the Animal Science Education Center. All right, the last thing we're going to show is our large storage area, mainly because this is it's a continuation of my storage area on the front side. But this may be where our utility vehicle is, our feed for our animals, some buckets, all kinds of just stuff you may need, shovels and rakes. But hey, I gotta go. I got another meeting to attend. I'll see you later, but thanks for stopping by the Don Strauss Animal Science Education Center. We'll see you later.